It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Starting from the 5. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins get the football on the first turnover of the contest. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
First down. Here's Tua. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got it near the 8. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running back sent in motion. Pressure coming. It's Jackson. That one's cut along the left sideline. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Lamar. Complete, Derrick Henry. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They've got a man in motion. From the 44 here on 2nd down. That's taken in by Henry. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Here's Henry running left. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This is Henry on 2nd. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get it down to a single point. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
And this is caught, and that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. We've got a close one here. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge to return it. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing again is Lamar. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Jackson now on 3rd. Looking right, and he finds him. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead to 7. Ravens gonna give it another go, trying for 2. Again, it's Jackson to the air. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Now 2 at a throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They go play action with Tonga Vailoa. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. That is one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. It's too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
You know, Kate, when I see throws like this, I see images of Bo Jackson back in the day. As a Kansas City Royal throwing Harold Reynolds out from the warning track. 300 feet in the air, he hummed that baseball to gun down the runner at home plate. The difference here, football, yeah, you throw that ball up, that DB's also got to run 50-some yards, go up high point and make a play. That is just incredible defensive football. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On the move, hit it right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. And they're going for this. Well caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. He's out in the clear. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Tagovailoa on first down. On target to Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
He rolls to his right. And he makes the play at full extension. It's a touchdown. The Dolphins making a one-score game before halftime. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Deontay Hardy to return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Back to throw it. He lofts it deep left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Get set.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. He's throwing deep to the left side. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. That's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Motioning the tight end now. On 1st down, Jackson. Caught by his back. This is ahead for about 5. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 47. Gets this one to Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense.
Touchdown, Baltimore! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. I think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Eskridge on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hey, 21,
Tua now from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him.